and York. The draw won by the Dukes. They set it to the far side. Up top, looking for some help. Some place to go with it. Back out high. And give and go back. And a foul by Bob Anderson. And 2 shots coming up. Just underway. Missed the first. And makes the second. Trevians inbound. James Romick. Josh Goodman out top. Anderson gave it to Romy. Romy now given inside. Bob Anderson. And Anderson couldn't get the shot. Romy got the shot away, and now Romy Rosinski got the shot away. Reach around foul. Romy. Goodman to Sortel, over to Romy, to Rosinski rather. Near side, Sortel. From the outside for 3. Nope, a bit over everything. And back come the Dukes. They overthrew the ball, and New Trier has the basketball back. Well, looks like we got a rugged start to this one. Rosinski into Romy. To Sortel. To Teddy Rowe. To Goodman. Dished it off. Romy, no. A bit short on the shot. And New Trier's reverting to form here for the last 2 weeks. There's a shot, no. And that is a foul on Anderson, I believe. Almost 2 minutes gone in the first quarter. And he shoots a pair. First one is no good. Danny Larkin comes in for Anderson. You get to the playoffs, it's do or die each game. Can't look ahead to see who you might play. Can't look down the road. You got to worry about each game as you play it. Romy on the rotation to Sortel. In for Larkin. Up top, Rosinski. Back out top for Romy. Romy dished it off to the side. Sortel. Sortel back out top. Over here near side. Teddy Rowe goes for 3. No. And the York Dukes have it back. Little run and gun action up and no. Short. Might have been deflected a little bit by one of the Trevians. Here's Goodman going for a 3. Yes. And the Trevians have the lead. On the side, cross over here near side. Here's a shot good for 3, back the other way. And the lead regained by 2. And the pass thrown away. touched by one of the Trevians on the way out. Our Trevians just threw it away. They zigged when they should have zagged. Outside for a three, yes. Gozinski to Romy. So the New Trier Trevians. Underneath, there's a push foul. So a couple of substitutions. Nikitas, Duda come in, 4:41 to play. 8-5, favor of York. New Trier with the basketball. Romy inbounds it to Larkin, out for Nikitas. Romy inside, intended for Larkin, and Larkin couldn't hold the ball. Back come the Dukes. Near side. Little run and gun action up over the hands, off the hands of Larkin, out of bounds. And the inbound. Duda guarding the man up top. On the rotation. Tried to drive the lane from the outside. Going for the three. No. And Larkin to Romy. Up ahead. Sordo. Sordo runs, guns, and overgunned it. Well, hopefully that's his one miss of the game. Over here to the near side. There's a bump and a foul. This one on Danny Orchid. Well, that one was a little obvious. Larkin moved into it. Terry Coughlin comes into the game, replacing James Romy. Now the inbound. And an offensive foul. It's nice to see Nick Nikitas. Fortunately, the sprained ankle wasn't as severely sprained as it looked like on the game against Niles West. And Romy's obviously over the flu. He's playing tonight. Larkin, a little fadeaway jumper. Yeah, York with the basketball. Over here to the near side, back out top. And deflected out of bounds off the fingertips of Brett Sordo. Now the inbound in the corner. Here's the shot for three, no. And a push off, or a hold. A hold, yeah. Grabbed hold of him as he was falling backwards. Duda to Coughlin. Coughlin across the timeline. Coughlin drives. Gave it off. Nikitas with a little two. And Nick Nikitas with his first points of the game. Now York across the timeline. And Stolen on the errant pass. Coughlin to Nikitas. Back to Coughlin. The Sordo rotated to the corner. In for Larkin. Back top. Coughlin tried to go for the one-arm layup, and it didn't work. Back the other way. Quickly, a little run-and-gun effort, and a foul on Brett Sordo. 8-7, favor of York early on in this one. The regional championship. New Trier trying to win their 43rd regional. Spun out, no good. Sordo comes out. Romy comes in. Got the second. 2-point lead. Romy. Nope. Partially blocked. Near side. Across the timeline. Trying to drive the lane. Does so. Up and good. Counted and the foul. Terry Coughlin with the foul. Cooper on the line to hope for a potential three. And it's up, and it is good. Rosinski inbounds it. Romy gave it off to Nikitas. Nikitas for Larkin, rotated around. Now back out top. Rosinski. Larkin from the corner for three. No. Spun out. And last touch by Romy. Out of bounds to York. And they're saying Rosinski pulled the legs out from under him. So the ref's apparently going to call this one tight tonight. York, near side, going for the long three. No. Coughlin with the rebound. Teddy Rowe drives the lane. It's good, and the foul. And a possible three-point play for Teddy Rosinski. Trevians down by 5. Make it 3. And a chance of a three-point play for Teddy Rowe. Couple of substitutions. And he missed it. So York with a three-point lead. Near side. Out top. And Stallin out ahead. Sortel. And he makes this one. And it's a 1-point York lead. A little run and gun action. Count it. And the foul. And Cooper goes to the line for another shot at a three-point play here. Josh Goodman set the check back in. Goodman comes in to replace Danny Larkin. Now we go for the shot, and it is good. Three-point play. Romy to Nikitas. Nikitas for three. No. And brought down by York. On the rotation, now out top. York stalling it out a little bit. Going for the last shot of the quarter, I think. Underneath. No. Foul. On Nikitas. And already we're in the bonus here. Shooting 2. Missed the first. And missed them both. Rosinski gave it to Romy. Back to Nikitas. And an errant pass intended for Sortel, and the alley-oop no good. At the end of the first quarter of play, Trevians are down by 4, 15-11. And we'll be back with more basketball action, the regional championship, in just a moment here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Trevians down by 4 as we start the second quarter. The inbound to Sartle. He gave it off to Josh Goodman. Goodman gave it out to Anderson. Now over to the far side and Sartle. Underneath, and that was intended for Teddy Rowe, and that pass didn't work. And New Trier just having all kinds of trouble getting started. And all these games get tougher as they go along. They keep on glitching like this early on in the game. One of these times it's going to come up and bite them. As we found out already this year, it has happened twice in the end of the year where they never did get on track. Here's a shot from the outside, no. Try again, short, no. Now brought down by Rosinski. Rosinski tries to drive the lane, no. Foul first before the shot. Now the inbound. And a foul, another foul on York. And we're at the 1-and-1. So Goodman shoots one and the bonus here. Josh gets the first. York, a 500 ball club. Actually, one game under 500. Got the second. The lead cut to 2. And thrown away, no chair basketball. Teddy Rosinski inbounds it to James Roming. Mike Duda set the check-in. Sartle, Teddy Rowe, gave it off. Goodman going for 3. Yes! And the Trevians have the lead by 1. Got top. Handled to the far side. And off the leg, New Trier basketball. And a timeout taken as the Trevians have gained a 1-point advantage here. Their first lead of the ball game at 16-15 with 6:33 left to play here in the second quarter. There's the True Blue Trevian crew. See a bunch of the athletes and some of the other sports up there. They get on the True Blue Trevian crew. A couple of the players from the baseball team. Trevians will get the basketball on the out of bounds. Now the inbound. Romy over here to the near side. Goodman. Back over here for Goodman for another 3. Yes! Josh Goodman. And the Trevians lead by 4. Underneath. Look for the back door. Stolen by the New Trier Trevians. Romy up ahead. And Sartle scoops it in. And the Trevian lead up to 6. As the Trevians have turned this one around in a hurry. here to start the second quarter. Reach-in foul on Anderson, it appears. As we said, Trevians now leading by 6. Anderson in foul trouble. A lot of whistles in this first half. Anderson comes out, I believe. No, Sortle came out. Well, Anderson came out too, but gets the first. Got them both. 4-point Trevian lead. Coughlin. On the rotation. Romy. Little jumper, yes. And back to a 6-point Trevian lead. Little spinorama move. Looking for some help. Put to the corner and thrown away. Going to be forward and back. If not a steal, they'll make it a forward and back. Rosinski. Roaming. Waits. Now he'll take the shot. Yes. And the lead up to 8. Top. And the block. Foul on Teddy Rowe. And now we're into the double bonus. 2 shots. Double bonus. First one is good. Second one is no good. Rosinski with the rebound. Gave it to Terry Coughlin. Coughlin brings it across the timeline. Gave it to Teddy Rosinski. Rosinski. Now dished off, back out top. Your little jumper, good for 2 by James Romy. And the lead at 9. And a foul on Larkin. Moved into him. And Larkin has 3 fouls. Bob Anderson with 3 fouls. They have been a little whistle happy in the early going on this one. First one's no good. Nick Nikitas comes in for Larkin. And the second one no good, down on the floor. Still battling for it. Slid out of bounds. And it is, yeah, that was a good call. York basketball. Last touch by Terry Coughlin. Out top. Brought back across the timeline. Looking for a shot. Little spinorama move. No. And a hack foul on Teddy Rowe. everybody getting in foul trouble. They're going to have to play a little smarter basketball. I expect to go a little further in this. They do lead by a bunch here, lead by 8, with about 3:52 to play here in the second quarter. Nikitas, up ahead. Goodman, no, he got blocked by Cooper. Up top, into the paint. Here's the shot, good. And the lead cut to 6. Nikitas from the outside, good for 2. Trevian's going to take a timeout as the lead back up to 8. I'm surprised that we don't actually have a larger crowd than we have. Probably a little over 1,000, maybe 1,000 here in the gym tonight. This place seats in its regular configuration about 1,800. Opening up the stage gym, whatever, they can probably seat another probably about another, not 1,000, maybe another 700 or so, about 2,500 in its full configuration. York with the basketball. From the outside for 3, no. Got the rebound and a little 2 on the putback. Up ahead, quickly, cross court, in the corner, for 3, no, that was Goodman. Ladd missed it. And the side. Again, cross court. Going for 3, no. And the reach around. And we'll come back to the other side for a 1-and. Nick Nikitas will be on the line. Nikitas for the 1-and. He got the first. And the second as well. And the Trevian lead into double digits. Here's a 3 attempt. No. Up ahead quickly. Romy, no. And a foul. And Brett Sortle will go to the line. Is everybody getting in foul trouble now?
Ryan Melville, his third, team 9.
2:20 left to play. A 30-second timeout taken by the Dukes. The True Blue Trevian crew. So, New Trier trying to take a big lead here. Going back to the double digits. Well, we will be getting into the great games of the past. Depends on how far, obviously, the boys' basketball team goes before we start getting into some of those games from time gone by. Sardo will shoot a pair. Got the first. And the second as well. York with the basketball. Trevians with the 10-point lead. On the rotation inside, nearly stolen by Sardo. Now lost the handle. And New Trier basketball. Mike Duda will inbound it to James Romey. Romey gives it off to Duda. Sardo. And nearly stolen. It is stolen. Back the other way. No. But the foul on Mike Duda. Well, minute 39 left to play in the first half. And with the whistle, they'll shoot a pair. He misses the first. Makes the second. Nikitas. Nearly thrown away. Romey. Back to Nikitas. Nick Nikitas. Takes the shot, no, but the foul. And Nick Nikitas to the line. Everybody in the double bonus now. Gets the first. And the second. Out of inbound. York with the basketball, winding down the first half. Trevians with the lead. Over to the far side. Looking for some help. Little spinorama, no. Up ahead and overled was Josh Goodman. Out of bounds. To the Trevians. Brought forward. Across the timeline here, up top. Out to the side, drive to the basket, no. Just out and out, missed it, out of bounds. Now each side is saying somebody else here. The refs are going to have to get together. Each side is saying somebody else. It is New Trier basketball. And Rosinski will inbound it. To Romy. Romy tried to drive the lane, no, on the floor as the horn sounds, ending the first half with the score. The new Trevians 35 and York 24. We'll be back with the third quarter of this one right after these messages here on the network. Trevians leading by 11 as we start the second half. On the side, here's an outside shot over everything. Taken down by Romy. Goodman up top. Anderson looking for some help. Gave it off to Romy. Romy back to Goodman. Goodman goes for a three. Yes. Boom. And the Trevian lead up to 14. On the side. The rotation. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Back to the corner. And to the basket. A little two. Romy. Now over to the far side, Rosinski. Teddy Rowe hands it off to Romy. Romy back to Rosinski. Sortel gave it to Goodman. Goodman thought to take the three. Now inside, Anderson. Dished it off on the rotation. Goodman for another three, yes. And the Trevians hot on the outside tonight. Starting this one off. Trying to bury the York Dukes here. Or if you prefer, the Dukes of York. There's a little jumper for two. No. Got the rebound back. Tries again. No, that was blocked. And the Trevians get the rebound. Sortel. Rosinski for a three, and Teddy hits a three. And a timeout taken. 3 threes in a row here to start the second half, and the Trevians on fire. And the Trevians faithful, awful happy about this one as well. There you see 5:47 left to play, and the Trevian lead up to 18. Are well in command of this one. 5:47 to play here in the third quarter. Now the inbound. Over here to the near side. Back out top, going for a three the other way, yes. And it's a 15-point Trevian lead now. Sortel. Off the leg, picked back up by Anderson. Now off for Brett Sortel. Brett Sortel gave it over to the far side out top. Romy. And Romy hits a three. Wow. 4 in a row. Goodman with 2. Romy with 1. Rosinski with 1. From downtown. A little jumper for 2. No. Going for another 3. Yes. Goodman. Romy rather for 2. No. I was thinking about Goodman in his hot hand there. Into the paint. Strong arms it up and in. Sortel. Touched last by one of the York players, trying for the steal. Fetching up the inbounds. Now we're ready. Sordo drives the lane, no. On the side, into the corner. Back out top, back to the corner. And back out high. Nearly stolen by the Trevians. Up and no. Try again. And brought down by Romy. Romy off for Sordo. Foul. And Romy will inbound it. Coughlin going to come in for Sordo, I believe. Yes, Coughlin in for Sordo. Trevians will inbound it. Romy. And he traveled before he got the shot away, as he tried to force his way into the open for a shot. Push-off foul on Larkin, and I think that's his fourth. While we have this opportunity, let's pause briefly for stakes identification. York will inbound it. Well, the first big upset in the north suburbs, had two of them actually. Number 1 seed Libertyville has been defeated by Highland Park, and number 1 seed Schaumburg defeated by Hoffman Estates in the sectionals there. And a foul on number 5 for York, Hyman, I think it is. Trey Hyman. I think they were calling it on the wrong player or something. Who was it that got that foul? Something like that. Now we are ready. Trevians get the basketball. And we're ready. I think we're ready. Aren't we ready? Yes, we're ready. Coughlin gives it back to Duda. Over here, Romy back over to the far side. Now in for Anderson. Anderson nearly gave it away. And Terry Coughlin for a three. Wow. What's that, 5 in a row? The last 5 have all been threes. Well, it's nice to see them hitting from the outside. And now stolen away. Romy. No, put back is good by Anderson. And I think the Trevians thought there should have been a foul in there on Romy's going up. Nearly stolen away again. Here's a jumper from the outside, no. Taken down by Nick Nikitas. Nikitas up ahead for Romy. As the Trevians doing what they wanted to do. Nick Nikitas with the 2. And what the Trevians wanted to do was run York off the floor. They really have 6, maybe 7 players. And certainly by the second half, they wanted to be able to just take it to them and run them off the floor. And that is what they have been doing to start this second half. That plus the outside shooting, which has been phenomenal. 5 in a row or something like that. Here's a 3 attempt, no. Brought down by Coughlin. Over for Nikitas. Nikitas dished it off, back top. I think the Trevians wanted another 3. And this one from Duda. Nikitas. And the Trevians going to try and take a little time off the clock here. Back out top. Over here to the near side. Back out for Coughlin. Terry Coughlin. Inside. A pass stolen away. And York brings it up. Over here to the near side. Back out top. Little run and gun action. Dished it off. No. Offensive foul on Cooper. In the paint on Duda. Well, Highland Park and Deerfield will play in the sectional. Highland Park Trevian lead at 20 here. 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Highland Park and Deerfield, big-time rivalry. They'll play in the Waukegan sectional. Over here to the near side. Now Sortle gave it off. Nikitas to the far side. Back up top. Brett Sortle. Nick Nikitas. And the Trevians got to try and hold it for the last shot. Trevians lead at 20. Nikitas up, no. Put back, good. By Nikitas at the buzzer. And the Trevians have a big-time lead at 22. To the fourth quarter. There you see where we stand. Teddy Rosinski to inbound it. Teddy Rowe gives it in to Coughlin, who gave it to Romy. Romy pulls it back out. Off for Coughlin. Terry Coughlin. And a whistle and a foul. Cooper with his fourth. Rosinski out for Sortle. In for Rosinski, and Rosinski pulls it back out, dished it off to Sortle. Back to Teddy Rowe. Now a little give and go back for Nikitas, and he got in a little too tight under the basket. Trying to go the other way, and it was blocked. Now picked up by Romy. Romy gave it to Teddy Rowe. Teddy was going to go for a slam and jam, and it didn't quite work. Much to the anger of Coach Malnati. He's not particularly pleased with that one. Tried to go around the man. Now picked up by Romy. Romy up ahead for Sortle. Brett Sortle scoops it up and in. Little razzle-dazzle basket. And going for some style points tonight. And to reach in, the foul on Nick Nikitas. And Nikitas comes out, and Anderson comes in to replace him. Josh Goodman comes in to replace Sortle. And I think we're ready now. The inbound. Right underneath. Spinorama up and in. Count it, and the foul. Fouls on Rosinski. Trevian lead at 22. The basket was good. And we shoot one here. And no good. Taken down by Anderson. Anderson to Rosinski. Coughlin. To Anderson. Back out top to Rosinski. To Goodman. Romy. Gave it off to Anderson. Back to Romy. And again, the Trevians working a little bit on that clock. Little fadeaway jumper short. And Anderson up over the top. With the foul. And I think that's the fourth on Bob Anderson. Substitution. Teddy Brzezinski comes on out. A little jumper, no. Heavy. Nutrier with the rebound. Romy. Back to James Romy. Back door. Up and over everything. Nutrier's run into a dry spell right now, but they're up by so much it doesn't really matter. Leading by 22. Down on the floor. And a hold. No, they said it wrong. It's not on Sortle, it's on the York player. That's what the confusion is. And we're going to have to straighten this one out a little bit. Nutrier, the Big Three Sports. You can see the state championships for the tennis. But the Big Three, football, basketball, baseball, there has been only one state championship, although Nutrier leads the state by almost 20 in the number of state championships. In fact, I do think it's over 20 now. But only one state championship in the Big Three, that in baseball in 2000. And an easy one for Romy back behind the play. Little backdoor play. Of course, for this team this year, you got to really wait and make sure they make it, because they can be wide open, and they've missed some that have been totally wide open. Going for a three for the outside and hits. Coughlin. Romy, backside. And Goodman missed it. Partially blocked. It was blocked. Going for another three. Nope. On the floor, last touch by Coughlin, out of bounds to the York High School. Timeout taken by the Trevians. They lead by 18. 4:22 to play here in the fourth quarter. So it's over. Gordon Tech will be the opponents to the Trevians, assuming the Trevians hold on to this lead. Whoever wins this game will play Gordon Tech. They won by 2 tonight in real time over the Ramblers. Evanston has won. They won by 6 tonight. There's been a lot of talk that here the sectional going to be played at York High School, where it sits probably about 3,500. Yet the previous 2 times New Trier and Evanston have played, assuming we get to that sectional final and have New Trier and Evanston playing in that sectional final at York, then you would have New Trier and Evanston playing in a gym that seats, say, 3,500, having played the previous 2 times at Welsh Ryan Arena and drawn 16,000 fans. So it's kind of like, how are you going to fit them all into the gym? And understandable. Scalpers could do a bundle. Not that I'm saying that they should. Ticket agents. Let's not call them scalpers. Ticket agents. Up top. Coughlin. And the foul. I wish someday that we would have a super sectional that would have New Trier and Evanston. Like at the United Center or Welsh Ryan again. You know, a game that really meant something between the two. Coughlin. I mean, they all mean something, and it's an intense rivalry, etc. On the steal, it is the Dukes with the basketball. And the outside for 3. No. Coughlin with the rebound. Gave it off. Nikitas dished off. Romy. Teddy Rowe back to Romy. To Nikitas. To Romy. Whoa! Had a little trouble with it. Now dished off to Rosinski. Teddy Rowe. To Romy. Nikitas. To Romy. Trevian's going to work the clock again. Sortle. To Romy. To Coughlin. To Romy. Nikitas. To Sortle. Back out top. Sortle to Romy. To Coughlin. Off for Nikitas and back out top. And finally the foul. And Brett Sortle will go to the line for 1 and. .219 to play. Trevian lead at 21. .22. Romy comes on out. Trevian's trying to put in a couple of the Scorbinis. 23-point Trevian lead. On the near side. Back out top. And a forward and back on the errant pass. Purcell comes in. Kevin Hearn comes in. Busey is in. Purcell right away gets to Tom Purcell. Talking to the York fans that their season's over here. On the near side, going for the three. Nope. Out of bounds. And last touch by the Trevians. Coughlin comes out. Peter Dykstra into the game. Up top. Off the fingertips, out of bounds. To Nutri. Boy, those 5 threes, or 5 threes in a row, were the nails in the coffin here. Now Dykstra, and he had his pocket picked out of bounds, though, to the Trevians. And both teams now clearing off the bench a little bit at the end of the game. And out of bounds to the Trevians. Trevians record going to go to 21-6. Inbounded. Here's off Purcell, off his head. And seeing how it wasn't touched by one of the York players, forward and back on the Trevians. In the side. Now a little jumper, no. Brought down by Danny Larkin. He's still out there. Hearn to Purcell. In for Dykstra. Dykstra, no. He tries again, no. As he lost the handle of the ball. And back the other way. A little jumper, nope, heavy. And brought down by Larkin, gave it off to Hearn. Hearn put it out top, and it's going to be forward and back again. Nope, picked up. Little jumper, yes, nice job. At the buzzer, and the final score, the New Trevians winning 64-41. And we'll be back in just a moment to cut down the nets, as the Trevians have won their 43rd regional in school history. Indians team coming over to accept the plaque, the trophy, for a regional championship. Romy. Romy going to cut it the rest of the way. This is Mark Braun. Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Stick around, more sports coming up in just a few moments here on the network. This is Mark Braun, and we say as always,